so day 2 na ng Cyber of Advent. And ayan, i-open na natin siya. And this time, its title is day 2. One man's false positive is another man's potpourri. Okay. Ayun, so I hope na mabilis lang to. Isisingit ko lang bago tayo mag-work, no? And ayun, so basahin muna natin. Masama talaga si Mayor Malware, guys. System Information and Event Management. A system that is used to aggregate security information in the form of logs, alerts, artifacts, and events into a centralized platform that would allow security analysts to perform near real-time analysis during monitoring. Okay. Making a decision. While it is confusing to differentiate between TPs, true positives or false positives, it's very crucial to get it right. If a TP is falsely classified as a false positive, it can lead to significant impact from a missed cyber attack. So how exactly do we ensure that we perform this crucial job effectively? We can use below pointers to guide us. Use the SOC superpower. The SOC has a superpower. When they are unsure whether an activity is performed by a malicious actor or a legitimate user, they can just confirm with the user. This privilege is not available to the attacker. In such scenarios, it is very important for the SOC analyst to understand the context of the activity and make a judgment call based on their analysis skill and security knowledge. For example, if a certain user from the network team is using Wireshark, there is a chance that other users from the same team also use Wireshark. However, Wireshark seen on a machine belonging to someone from HR or finance should rightfully raise some eyebrows. Correlation. When building the context, the analyst must correlate different events to make a story or a timeline. These important artifacts can include IP addresses, machine names, usernames, hashes, file paths, etc. If the parent process is Windows Explorer, we can assume the user executed the malware intentionally, or they might have been tricked into executing it via social engineering. But if the parent process is a web browser or a word processor, we can assume that the malware was not intentionally executed, but it was executed because of a vulnerability in the said application. To make matters worse, the Office of the Mayor has sent the analyst an alert informing them of multiple encoded PowerShell commands run on their systems. Perhaps you can help with that. So, yan, start na tayo ng machine. Okay, once we log in, we can click the menu in the top corner and go to the Discover tab to see the events. According to the alert sent by the Mayor's Office, the activity occurred on December 1st, 2004 between 0900 and 9 to 9:30. We can set this as our time window by clicking the time frame settings in the upper right corner. And sabi, kailangan mo mag-login using Elastic na username and password. Ayan. tingnan natin yung question sa baba. What is the name of the account using all... okay. So, sabi, check natin dito yung discover. And yung time frame is 9 p.m. 9 to 9:30. Calendar dito. Absolute. So, kailan nga ulit nangyari ang kabalastugan na ito ni Mayor Malware? According to the alert sent by the Mayor's office, the activity occurred on December 1st between 9 and 9:30. So, December 1st, between 9 and 9:30. Date. Palitan natin to ng December 1st, 9:30. So, yan. So, dito, December 1, 9 to 9:30. Okay. And ito yung makikita natin. Ayun lang. Try natin si service admin. Yung THM ko pala yung na-close. Try hack mo. Service admin. How many field log on attempts were observed? So popular is sabi dito, those we would like to know, once we have added this field as columns, so selected fields natin, iulay nga natin to. Ayan. Tapos dito rin, ganun din. Someone random. Okay, so kailangan natin ilagay itong selected fields na host.hostname, host.hostname, .hostname. Yan, click natin to. Yan, meron na tayo ngayon. Tapos user.name, yan, click lang ulit. Event that category, click lang ulit, and then process that command line, and then event that outcome. Ayan. And pag pinalakihan natin to, ayun na, makikita na natin, no? Ito yung PowerShell command, yung hostname, username, event category, process command line, palakihin natin onte. And event outcome is success. Okay, so ito yung pinaka nauna, no? So sa authentication, ano yung sinabi nung... So may question dito na how many failed logon attempts? Ito hindi ko to alam. Set the events category filter to authentication and event outcome to failure. Set the event category. Paano kaya yun? Selected fields. Okay. Event outcome is failed. So, dapat meron siya dito, no? Event category, authentication. So, baka kailangan natin mag-filter. Filter, so, event category. Operator is sabi sa hint event category to authentication yan, tapos okay, so ganun. So ulit natin ng another filter, event.outcome and is failed. Ano nga yan? Failure. Save. How many failed logon attempts? 0? Hindi kaya. Four letters. Alisin natin yung user ID and then mawawala na siya dyan. Gusto natin kunin is yung username. Ayan, username. So, ayan, nandyan siya. Malagyan natin dito sa taas, banda. Hindi siya pwede. Mag-column. Ayan. So, ang tanong ulit sa atin kanina ay... Ayan. How many failed logon attempts were observed? And ayun, sabi dito, set the event category filter to authentication and event outcome to failure. So since na lagyan na natin yung event category, ginawa ko pala kanina, 'di ba? Naka December 1 kasi to. So dito siya sa December kanina, pwede yata ito iganto na lang. Naka December 1 ng 9 AM, tapos in-update. Ito yung original natin kanina. So ginawa ko lang is binak ko ng isang 1 month, pwede naman siguro 1 or 1 day, ganyan. So in-update natin. And ayun, wala pa ako nakikita, no? Try natin na up to November 1. So ayan, November 1. And then ang gagawin natin is lalagyan natin ng additional na filter. So meron tayong 8,324 hits. Maglalagay tayo ng filter sa event category, no? Event category and operator is authentication. Ayan. Tapos, ayan. So, puro authentication na yung lalabas dito ngayon, no? And naging 8,312 na lang. Ilan ba yung kanina? 327 na yata yun. And then mag-add tayo ng another na filter sa event outcome na failure naman ang kukunin natin. Add filter. So dito, event dot outcome dot out is failure. $8,301 hits. Okay. So, nangyari to December 1, 8:53 mga bandang 8. So, yan, 850 something nangyari. And, ayan, sobrang haba pa na ito, siguro. Since 1,000 siya. And ito yung mga host name. So marami siyang, ito yung mga host na nag-login and yung IP address nila. So maraming IP address ang ginamit, no? And yung host name is nag-iiba-iba. Okay, try na natin to ilagay. 8301. 8301. What is the IP address? Okay, so mali. So hindi pala yun. Ano ba yung tanong? How many failed logon attempts were observed? Pag pinalitan natin to ng date ulit, ng December 1, so palitan natin to ng November 30, update 3498. Siguro 3498. Try natin to. 3498. Ayun lang. Baka gusto niya is ano ba? Siguro kailangan natin ito i-filter for the host name or the username na service admin kasi baka may ibang username na ginamit. File user.name is service underscore admin. $3,498 pa rin naman. How many failed logon attempts were observed? So dito, November 29. Ano bang date ang kailangan nating iset? November 29. Try nga natin. Six, 791. So meron tayong panibagong number. Try natin 6791. 6791. Submit. Ayun. So para masagot mo itong how many failed logons were observed, Ayun, para masagot itong question number 2, how many failed logon attempts were observed? So dito sa date, originally sinet natin siya ng December 1 ng 9:30. So yan, 9:30 ng December 1. And then hindi niya in-accept or zero yung login attempts doon. And then inatras natin siya ng 29, pero 9:30 pa din, and hindi pa rin yun. Naglabas ng number na 83 something, hindi pa rin yun. So para masagot, kailangan natin siya nakaset sa 0, and tatama na tayo sa 6791. So ayun, pero hindi ko inalis yung filter na event category authentication. So paano ba maglagay ng filter? So add filter kunwari, tapos yung field na nandito. So ayan, kunwari event.category. So add filter ka. Alisin muna natin to, kunwari itong event category. So lalabas diyan, and after niya dito kasi siya umiikot dito sa left right side. So yun, kaya puro authentication yung nandito kasi failure and hindi nagbago. So para mag-add ng filter, kunwari kukunin mo lang yung dito, ang tawag diyan, field. So field name, copy paste mo yan, ayan. Okay, and then operator is yan, tapos kunwari authentication, ganyan. Pero kapag hindi mo siya filter dyan, kunwari analyze natin yung failure at saka yung authentication, and then yan, naglo-loading siya dito, di ba? Paano ba yung scroll up? Parang wala akong makitang scroll up dito. Ayun, dito sa pinakagilid. Ayun, ang hirap maghanap kasi puro authentication yung nangyari nung mga panahon na to. So anyway, ganun lang naman mag-add. Move on na tayo dito sa what is the IP address of glitch. So ayun, siguro username, IP address of glitch. Pwede ba natin ito i-filter ng pabaliktad? Yan. So failure. Where host 01. So noong November 1, try pa nga natin umatras 31 para malaman natin kung kailan sila nagsimulang magkano. Alisin natin yung event outcome na failure. Lagay tayo ng source IP. Source IP. Click natin yung plus sign. Source IP 10.10.11.11. Ayan. So, dito nang gagaling lahat ng mga event, itong source IP. And ito yung destination IP, I think. Ano ba tayong destination IP? Wala. So, ayun. Okay, bali ito yung IP address ng attacker natin. Ayun lang. IP address of glitch. So, hindi pala yan. Si glitch kasi false positive si glitch eh. So, hindi natin hostname ba? Dito ba siya? Hindi natin alam kung ano yung computer name ni glitch. Sinabi pa dito? Okay, so gagawin natin in a not source IP natin. Okay, so ang alam ko pwede to i-right click eh. Filter out. Not source IP. Ayun. So, balikan natin to up to December 1 to ng 9:30. Tapos ito is filter out natin. Authentication plus. Pwede to i-plus. Ayun pala, pwede pala siya ipa-plus dito. Tapos, event outcome is not failure. Failure. Source IP. So, ito, pwede itong false positive. Source IP. Pwedeng ito siguro. Dahil, yun nga, hindi siya yung IP address na malicious. Malicious. Okay, try lang natin. Yun. Okay, tama naman pala. So, when did Glitch successfully log on to ADM01? So, dadagdag natin to si ADM01 sa filter natin. So, ADM, add natin siya. May ikot, waiting, and then 8:45 siguro. December 1. Try natin to. Submit. Hint. Event outcome to success and hostname. Okay. Hindi ko pala na lagay yung event outcome na success. Event outcome. Palitan natin. Gawin natin success. Ayun. So, December 1, 8:54:39 siya nag-success. Submit. Ay, hindi. Dito pala. Okay. So, what is the decoded command executed by glitch to fix the systems of Wareville? Decoded command of glitch. Okay. So, dapat not 10, 0. And then, add tayo ng another field. Na yung nakita ko, process that, bakit dito na sa niya, sa filter niya, meron siya ditong kakaibang filter na process name ba? Ay, process.command line. We can add the process.command line. Pero dito, process wala akong makitang process.command line. Process. So, baka ito. Process.executable. ito na yung mga executable. Pero yung command line, yung exact command line, di natin makita. Or ako lang, hindi ko makita. Kunwari, kinlik natin to. So, pinakauna is itong 857, not source IP. Okay. So, after ng 854 siya nakalagin. So, papalitan ulit natin yung filter natin. December 1, 854 yung first login niya. So, dito, December 1. And then 854 yung first login niya. So, mga 830. 854. Yan. Try natin. Try lang naman. Ayan. Tapos ito, 23. December 1, nakalagin si Glitch to ADM. Okay. Gawin nga natin ng 0. Tiyagain na lang natin. Ang tanong ulit ay, what is the decoded command executed by Glitch to fix the system? Okay, so, 854. Magana tayo na 854. So, after ng 854 tayo maghanap. So, meron lang naman tong 14 hits. Source IP. So, ito yung nauna niyang inano. Dapat hindi authentication eh. Remove natin tong authentication. So, yan. Process tayo. So, ito PowerShell. Ayan na. Lumabas na yung ano. Pero dapat daw is, what is the decoded command executed by Glitch? So, ito is mga decoded na decoded na to. Winlag, ayun, winlag event pa. Ito yata, pwede ko yata to ilagay sa filter. Filter for value. Ay, hindi, mali. So, process. Ayun, so ito yung encoded command. Ayan. Kung napapansin nyo, ito na siya. Hindi siya katulad nung i-copy muna natin. Copy. Open tayo ng mousepad. Paste natin dyan. And ayun, so base 64 siya. Pag kinompare natin sa naunang command na ganito. So ito yung process command line, no? Ayan. Ayan yung mga decoded version. Process command line. Bakit hindi ko siya malagay sa filter ko, no? Anyway, i-decode na natin to. Pwede natin yung gawin madalian dito lang sa terminal. Base 64-D. So, install Windows Update, accept all, auto reboot. Tingnan natin kung tama. Ayun. Ayun, so na-solve na natin yung lab. Sabi dito, if you enjoyed this task, yung mga gusto mag-SOC analyst and nag-enjoy dito, sa task na to, pwede nyo ituloy sa Investigating with ELK 101. Though hindi ko na itutuloy yan. Okay na sa akin itong ganito lang. Kita-kits na lang ulit tayo bukas sa day 3. And I hope you have a great day and nag-enjoy kayo and meron kayong natutunan. Yun lang. Have a great day. Goodbye.